Good morning, Swim Station. I'm Kyle Long. Welcome back to your latest edition of PNN.
Attention salute pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seniors, senior due balance is past due. There will be a $15 late fee that will apply February 1st due to extra charge on late orders of cap and gowns. Please make sure you have the correct height and weight in Google Homeroom spreadsheet for the cap and gown orders. Cap and gown pictures are January 29th. Here's a friendly reminder from your Library Media Center. Please have a pass and ID badge when visiting the Media Center. Check your Destiny account for any overdue or lost book fines. We will only replace IDs during first block. You must have a pass from your current teacher to come and get a replacement.
Today for lunch we'll be having chicken sandwich or potato bar with sides of potato wedges, mixed vegetables, and fruit.
Girls and boys tennis practice begins on Monday, January 13th immediately after school. Boys end at 5:45 and girls end at 6 Eastern Time. The JV softball team invites you to a spirit night at Del Taco in Phoenix City at Thursday from 6 to 8 Eastern. Come out and support your Panthers. The Panther Perk has added new items to their menu. Go by and check them out. Students can pre-order between 8:20 a.m. and 8:40 a.m. Orders can be picked up between 9:40 a.m. and 10:45 a.m.
We sing happy birthday to you, and may all your dreams come true. Happy, happy birthday. Oh.
Here's Amaya Rogers interviewing our new principal, Dr. Cook.
We had the chance to interview our new principal here at Smith Station High School. He told us about the upcoming changes that can be expected this year.
Upcoming changes for this year strictly have to do with safety and security of the building and the students. So any changes that I'll make between here and the end of the school year will be having to do with our safety.
He told us about his first impression of our high school.
Well, the first impression was how clean it was. I was very impressed walking around with how clean the building was, how nice it smelled, how the traffic flowed. I was real impressed with just the state of the building.
He got to tell us how excited he was about the rest of the year.
Oh, I'm really excited about the rest of this year. We've got big plans. I'm meeting with our planning committee tomorrow and going to lay out some things with them and talk to them about issues that we did in a survey. So we'll go over those issues, talk about how we can change, make things better for teachers, make things better for students here at the school. And every change that we make is going to have safety first and then how we can improve our educational quality second.
He told us how he felt about changing schools from the freshman center to the high school.
Well, I mean, the nice thing about it is I know most of these kids, so it's been refreshing to come back and see those faces again. And you know, we built good relationships when they were at the freshman center, so just been kind of warm walking around and getting hugs and high fives and seeing some of the faces that I hadn't seen in a while.
This has been Amaya Rogers, PNN.
Here's Stephanie Johnson interviewing our basketball coaches and players for the big game tonight.
Tonight's the big game against Central, and I had the chance to talk to one of our coaches and a couple of our players about tonight's game.
Practice has been going pretty good. The guys are really getting after it. They're trying to stay focused, and of course, you know, I'm doing everything I can to keep them focused throughout practice so that we can get the, go out there and play the best that we can play and get our best results.
Practice has been very intense. The coaches have been pushing us, working us very hard.
Practices, they've been going pretty straight. Like, we've been grinding, trying to keep up with everything and get all our fundamentals down.
You know, we've been doing a lot of skill work. We've been working on shooting so we can possibly hit some shots because that's going to be something we got to do. We've been working on what our game plan is so that we can execute the game plan so that we can win.
We've been watching a lot of film, been running a lot, staying focused, and like all the games that we play have been leading up to this one game.
It's been track practice. We've been running, sweating, dying, trying to get ready for everything that's coming.
Of course, a win. We need to win. It's an area game, so we need to do everything we can do to win.
My hope for the game is to win the area this season, but win this game, take it one game at a time.
Our hopes for the game is to stay in the game, keep our mindsets right, don't already go into it knowing we finna lose, just get out there and play.
We hope you come out and support your Panthers. This has been Stephanie Johnson, PNN.
Here's Abby Perper with World News.
going on in the world right now. Tensions between the U.S. and Iran are rising. We've had tensions with Iran for years, but they really started to rise whenever Trump pulled out of the 2015 Iran deal that was made by Obama during his presidency. Then Trump sent missiles that killed Iran militia whenever an American contractor was killed. In retaliation to that, Iran protesters stormed the U.S. embassy in Baghdad. They destroyed a little bit and they set a little bit of fires, but then Trump made an airstrike that killed one of Iran's top generals. He was one of the higher in the government, and Iran people didn't like that. The most recent attack was Tuesday night whenever Iran sent missiles to our military bases in Iraq. There were no American casualties, but I did get a few people's opinions on what's going on right now.
All right, so historically, the tensions between the United States and Iran, they go all the way back to the late 1970s, early 1980s when we backed Iraq during the Iraq-Iran war. Yes, we helped Saddam Hussein defeat Iran during that war. You know, a lot of it's got to do with the nuclear weapons, and you really don't want people that are shady having nuclear weapons that you don't really know what they're going to do with them. And you know, when it comes down to General Soleimani, I mean, the guy was an Iran general who was in Iraq and Syria and Egypt, and I mean, you know, all these places, and then all these things are happening right after he visits. So, you know, I hate to say it like this, but bad people have to be dealt with, and I think that's what happened, and I think it was the right call. I don't think that we will head to World War III. I think the biggest impact for us, as they said on CNN, is to pay attention to the gas prices, because as these wars and shots fired and things like that become imminent, gas prices are going to go up. So for us as the American people, that's probably going to be the biggest, most immediate impact, along with, you know, a lot of you guys watching this, your family members being deployed and stuff. So, you know, something to watch, something to pay attention to, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we're America, and you know, what's our role? Are we, you know, supposed to protect our interests, both foreign and domestic, at home, abroad, Israel? You have to remember that kind of plays into it. Plus, we still have troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, and both of those countries are on the borders of Iran, so they can attack our people either way. So that's it, and good night and God bless.
I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about the Australia fires going on right now. 17.6 million acres have been burned across the entire country. 500 million animals have been affected by this, and millions are left dead. 1/3 of the koalas have been killed throughout the time span of these fires. Now, Australia is a beautiful country, but this is the start of their summer, and this is only the first month going in, so they still have the rest of the summer to go.
This has been Kyle Long with your latest edition of PNN.
Zabina's Enchanted Grooming is a small family-owned business. Their services available include grooming, photography, bathing, and boarding services. Make sure to check out their Instagram and Facebook for special deals and offers. Make sure to stop by Zabina's Enchanted Grooming at 1801 Crawford Road in Phoenix City.